Hi, and welcome to the Sassy Mares podcast, where we dive into the most controversial topics in the equestrian world.
We give our unfiltered opinions and say the things that others won't.
With 4 hosts from different backgrounds, we bring a mix of perspectives, experiences, and even a few debates.
So saddle up, it's going to be a fun one.
Hi, and welcome to the Sassy Mares podcast. I'm Amy.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Alex.
So, how's everybody doing?
This is a new little segment we're doing, by the way. I feel like you just threw that curveball in.
Yeah, it's called Catch Up With Us. It's not actually, I just named it there now.
Spotify, suggested chapters. Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking though? All the things that we need to catch up on lately are all related to cost in a way.
Right enough, actually, yeah.
Because what you're going through now, your costs have actually reduced.
Well, they increased maybe and then reduced based on what actually happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true, actually, yeah.
And then your cost is not increased or reduced, but you've got a massive bill.
My life fell apart.
And your life fell apart, literally. And then my costs are about to increase because we're about to start the Swedish summer.
Oh, God.
So.
I was going to say decrease because 24/7 turnout.
Oh, yeah.
No shavings.
They're not leaving out,
It'll
guys.
cancel out.
Brilliant. This is why I talk to you.
It's the only reason we're soulmates.
Yes. Did you say soulmates?
No. It's still mates, but we're soulmates. That's all right.
This is the reason we're soulmates. Okay.
I think everyone knew that already.
Yeah, so wanna chat? What have you been up to? How's life been for you?
That'd be great, guys. So my life is going swimmingly. It was actually all going really well, and I thought, this is fantastic. This is the best my life's been in a really long time.
This is not funny. It's like laugh through the pain, isn't it?
And then my horse went lame. So lame that he colicked on a Sunday night, going into a bank holiday Monday. And then I had obviously a full lameness workup, x-rays. I'll save this for the breakdown of the bill. And my dad were on holiday and I wasn't going to tell them about this, so I was just having a mental breakdown on a Sunday night. I think I randomly texted you. I was like, do you have any Epsom salt?
You know what that is?
I was so blissfully unaware as well. I texted the group chat like, can someone lift me?
Yeah. She was like out in the town,
It's my
drunk.
birthday.
And then she's like, someone give me a lift. I was like, I'm also drunk. And Benny's colicking, so we're out. I was like, I'd be your spokesperson in the group chat sometimes.
I was like, Penny, you alright? You're alright?
I'm so blissfully unaware of what's going
Steve's
on.
like, he's dying, he's dying.
Why would he do that? That's so unhelpful.
He said it after, but I could see it in his eyes. He came running into the arena.
Oh god.
So not funny. He came running in, and Benny was like,
Tongue hanging out.
and I was like, shit.
My feet hurt so bad that I want to vomit and I can't.
Hey, vet, can you just come down right now? He was like, oh, is it? I was like, yep. No, we're down. We're on the floor. We're flat out. We need you immediately. Clear the whole yard. So yeah, that was great. That was eventful.
It's fine not though.
Yeah, he's flying now. Just had a wee moment.
Yeah.
Did anything else happen in my life?
I think so.
I don't know.
That was pretty traumatic to do me for a long time.
Yeah, I
have
think
to
that's
say.
you, like for next week at least.
I think Benny needs to not go lame for maybe 2 weeks.
No, he actually is not that bad. This was from someone being silly. This was
We'll just leave it there.
yeah. Full stop.
No fault of Ellie or Benny's. Put it that
I
way.
know my horse. It makes him sound like such a liability, but he's
That actually wasn't his fault for once.
Yeah,
Actually, it's not really his fault a lot.
yeah, he's never done anything.
He's getting attacked.
My
He
poor
did break
horse.
the fence.
Oh yeah. I got back on him.
Can you talk about things being broken, girl?
Oh yes. Speaking of things getting broken.
No.
Like, who are you to say Benny broke a fence? Your horse destroyed a yard.
He destroyed someone's garden. He broke multiple fences. He walked through electric tape.
He broke a stable as well.
He
didn't
broke a stable 2 days in a row. Well, actually, we had a day of bliss in between.
Oh.
And
love
then
a
he
day of
went
bliss.
home to his field and proceeded to jump out.
Oh, did he?
Yep. But where he is now, they have so much land.
So he just jumped out of their land into their land.
He jumped out of their land into their land, yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's no way for him to actually get out of their land, basically.
He's just like that then, he just can't be contained. He's a
Yeah.
free bird.
He is a free bird, yeah. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So that was really fun, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened lately in my life.
Flies.
Flies happened lately. Yeah, I've just been crying the flies exist because I've got a Swedish tourist. Oh, and I wanted to say, can't edit this out. These two Sassy Mares have been flaking the whole time. There's always one of them is missing, right? Me and Robin have been in competition to see who will last, who will be the only Sassy Mares never miss an episode, and it's me. I'm the reigning champ. Can't be beaten. No excuses. I can see you've got one ready.
No, hold your boost.
It's tucked in here.
It's sitting on the sofa.
So I'm the official Sassy Mare. I have won the title. That's all that's happened with me and Swedish. Anyways.
Whenever I get into the breakdown of this bill, you will see why I had to work and not be present. It all becomes clear.
I just be up and down the country every week, so.
Yeah, you just like go
See, I
grand
knew
tours.
they'd be at it with the excuses. Anyway, should we get into the counter controversy of the cost of the sport?
I
Yeah.
don't think we've introduced the topic yet.
It's cost of the sport.
Woo!
Woo! So the reason I think this is a controversial topic is because I think equestrian industry is similar to the wedding industry, as in.
How are you going to link this?
Your face
I
is
don't
like,
really
"Where's
know
this
where
going?"
you're going with this.
In the way that as soon as you slap the label wedding or you slap the label equestrian on anything, the price hikes right
you know,
up.
I actually do agree with you because, like, clothing in particular
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
mental. Not you.
Not me, girl.
Not you,
Me and my
cost-effective
pajamas.
brand.
This is the worst day to wear pajama bottoms when we're going to talk about the cost of the sport, and my brand is literally so. Okay, we got it here.
Oh, there we go.
I can always trust Alex to be rapping.
I came prepared. But, like, I buy all of my horse clothes on Vinted.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Yeah.
buying horse clothes. I'm buying, like, someone's paint-stained Nike hoodie for £5. Why would I spend, like, £60 on more, probably more,
Yeah.
on
A hoodie?
a hoodie
Yeah.
when I could buy someone? It's going to get wrecked.
Can I go in for some shameless self promo? I think I am the sponsor of
You
this
are the
app.
sponsor of this episode.
I'm the sponsor of this episode. That's why I started Copa was whenever I started getting into riding, me and Robin were wearing those like 12 to 13-year-old decathlon
I love them.
kid
Love
strappers.
them.
And I was just like, this isn't fair that we have to do that because we can't afford the nice stuff, we can't afford the cute stuff. So basically I started Copa and tried to provide some affordable equestrian clothing. But it's not really done me very many favours, it's more for the people than for me. Because it is so high quality, low cost, the profit margins are so slow, the growth has been so slow because I'm not just churning out rubbish to make money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody else is out there, they're like buying these leggings in bulk for like £4, selling them for like 60, telling you this is affordable when you know it's not. It's
Yeah.
like, what, a full day's wage? Well,
This is why I own pretty much everything you sell.
yeah, I
As
think.
does
I
Ellie,
do.
probably.
I do, and everything you sell.
Yeah.
Even the stuff you don't sell. My
And this-
lanyard.
You know,
You both have lanyards?
my lanyard's at home.
Mine's all the way over there. No, but like, that's the thing. And the people saying like, oh, this is affordable when it's not. But if you compare it to other brands, you're almost tricked into thinking it is.
Yeah, that's
Because
actually
do you know what I
everything's so
mean?
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take like £10 off. Like their profit margins are still absolutely massive. but
Yeah.
because they're like £10 cheaper than another brand. They're like, this is really affordable.
Yeah, because the only thing you can compare it to is ridiculous. Then you're like, oh, this is really affordable.
Yeah.
But in the back of your head, you know it's not. But then equally, do you have a choice? Well, now you do.
It's like whenever the big brands. Oh, thanks.
10 minutes later.
The big brands put on a sale and they're
And
like,
the cost
wow,
doesn't change.
birthday sale, 15% off. And then you're like, I'm getting a steal, like I'm getting this
But
amazing
then
brand.
it's just the original cost before it goes up.
Yeah.
Minus postage.
I
Yeah.
I know that from working in a shop.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
crazy.
that's how they put everything up
Mm-hmm.
in the shop. Cosy living and such. Cosy lives. That's what they do.
But equally, see, even going, that's your industry. See, shifting over to mine, people can either afford to enter a show or buy the photos.
Yeah, because the photos can end up being, well, they do end up usually being more than the entry fee, don't they?
Not mine.
If you buy more than one, yours.
Still, not mine.
Really?
I could get you 3 low res for an entry fee these days.
Wow, that is actually quite good, to be fair.
I know, it's affordable. I'm for the people's princess.
We are the people's as princesses.
It's because we're skint.
Yeah, we know how it feels. Do you know what? That's actually probably the people that own these big, rich, expensive brands. They've had like 100 grand from their dad to start up these brands, these businesses. They don't actually know the struggle. That's why they think they're like, oh, this is so affordable. It's only £50. Like they've never actually even went to Tesco in their life.
They do not need a club card.
Yeah, exactly.
They order online from like Waitrose or something.
Yeah,
shipping is $70. Add card.
Who cares?
See, it always gets the shipping.
Yeah, I know.
But like, I just think, I don't know, like we're not going to change anything. Like nothing's going to change. Like it's the cost of living. Like it's just the way it has to be. But I think people need to be a bit more in touch and a bit more like sensitive to the fact that it is an elitist sport.
It absolutely is. Because it's not just the clothes that cost an arm and a leg. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I can remember when shavings used to be like £4 a pair.
Yeah.
Was that even real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we took that for granted. We did not
I
appreciate
can
it.
remember my first ever loan horse when I was like 15, going with the owner to pick up like shavings and feed and stuff, and shavings were not even a fiver.
I remember my
no.
first ever horse was free.
I paid literally £20 a week, and it was fabulous.
Free.
I think mine was £56.
Oh, that was very specific.
I think the delivery was 256, so I just paid the 56 part of the delivery.
One of mine was free.
That is-
Hicks was free, but he lived on someone's.
Yeah, he was like costless.
He lived at someone's house, so he didn't
He
cost
lived
him
off the
anything.
fat of a lamb.
He literally did. But like
Lived in the
everything,
kitchen.
I bought shavings in bulk, and they were like £8.50 a bale
Yeah,
from bulk.
yeah, I know. Bulk.
And I've just sold them to
Looked into
Robin
my
for.
soul
I've just sold them to Robin for like £5 each.
Oh man, why'd you sell them?
I
a
need
lot?
shavings too.
I would like to.
She's already at the yard.
Can I go steal them?
Go for it.
I can fit at least 3 bales in my backseat.
She noticed. She edits the episode.
There's really 3 meals left, guys.
It's gonna be like 4 seconds long and Robin cuts out all of us slabbering about her.
But you know, everything is so expensive. Even things like supplements and all. They're like hidden costs. I think.
Oh,
Because you'd be like, oh, your horse is looking a wee bit stiff. Why don't you just stick it on a wee joint supplement? 10 grand.
Mortgage.
Why are you cuddling me?
my supplements. I was doing my little cost breakdown earlier. I was doing my wee cost breakdown earlier, right? And I was like, there were some hard hitters that I knew were going to be hard hitters, right?
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for it. And I'm sitting in my lunch break, right? And I'm sitting with my dad. And I got the supplements. And I went,
Oh yeah, you do have that America one, is it?
I have, well actually only 2. I only bought 2 in the last month. So I only counted 2. Yeah! Yeah! Only friggin' 2 of them! Like, the fact that, so how many, hold on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4
4 supplements?
supplements. 2 of them?
What? How much are 2 of them? Go.
180.
For 2?
For 2.
How long did them 2 last you? A month? 2?
2 months, I think.
Oh, Jesus. That hurts.
2 months, yeah, 2 months.
Yeah, no.
I was astounded.
Yeah.
And that, now bear in mind, they were the 2 like I have 2 expensive supplements and 2 really not. Like the other 2 are like a tenner.
Yeah, is Brewery's randomly cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think it would be so randomly cheap. It is. It's like the only cheap thing in the whole industry.
But I think it's because it's just like,
Dust.
It is just dust. But then if you buy, when you're putting garlic in a horse feed, buy horse garlic or horse salt.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
I'd be going to Tesco's and buying.
put the word horse in front of it, it goes up by like 10 grand.
Yeah,
It's
that's exactly what
mental.
we're saying. Like, if horse dust is really dear rather than regular dust.
Get some coarse salt from Tesco's.
Yeah. Black salt. And it's like dear. It's dearer than the hormone supplement I have her on.
I literally don't even know what black salt is, just black salt, I guess.
It's not even. It's like, it looks like Purities. It's like white dust and it smells like fart. And
Oh
it's-
yes, I do know that fart dust.
fart dust.
I don't even smell it.
Yeah, but I always question supplements actually work because they cost so much money, and then she's on this hormone supplement because she's very squealy and very annoying, and goes in season a lot, and then she hasn't been eating her feed for the past 4 or 5 days, and when I turned her out today, it's the first day she's actually squealed another horse in weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, it
Just
works.
feeling it.
Yeah.
I got x-rays done, and I could say that I do firmly believe that his joints are in such good condition from
Really?
my joint supplement.
That's
yeah.
good, because I remember asking my vet about supplements for Swedish, and he was like, don't waste your money on herbs and spices. I was like, I'm not putting like rosemary and thyme in her feed, you know what I mean? Like, maybe a bit of chili
Fresh
powder.
from the garden.
I
Paprika.
don't know, I feel like for Swedish sometimes it's different.
Yeah.
I feel like Swedish is such because people know that like all these people that are going to be looking for this
They're
are
gonna
going
be
to be
desperate.
desperate.
Yeah.
So we'll just say like stick a bit of paprika in their feed and
And Swedish is quite hard to get under.
yeah.
I know.
Don't rub it in. Alex is really sensitive. Give her the paprika and shut up.
Oh, I have a stat and I didn't even say it. How I feel about stats.
Nice, that's a good stat.
I do love a good stat, and I feel like this is incorrect. But the source is BHS, like the British Horse Society, not like British Home Stores. Okay, so what do you think the average cost for like not a Benny horse, like a normal horse, like just the basics per year?
Per year?
Yeah,
Per year?
Yeah, because I
Right,
think
hold
this is so
on.
low.
Can I do maths on my phone? I work in finance.
I'm looking for a girl in finance.
Ooh.
I've been in work all day, numbers aren't numbering. Hold on.
8k.
Okay.
No,
No?
Okay.
More? Or
That
less?
was firm.
12 at least. 15
I see. I was
maybe.
thinking 12, and I thought that's. She said she didn't think it was real, and I felt like that was too high.
Yeah, do you know what? It says 4 to 6k. How incorrect is that?
That's a load of.
Yeah. Marshall, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that so bad from the VHS? Who do they think they're talking to? 4 to 6k?
That's
Like
not
2
right.
months?
That's like one supplement.
Like, didn't Robin do one of her TikToks once in the breakdown? It was like 1,200
Yeah.
like for 1 month.
Yeah.
Wait till you see mine.
Exactly. Should we get on to our breakdowns? Was that a nice little segue there?
That might be a good little segue. Should I go last? Because I feel like you all might pass away whenever you hear mine.
Yeah, and I'm already
Yeah.
on my phone, so I'll just do mine.
Okay.
I'm not breaking down my bill. Well, I can. My last month bill was really cheap, but I'm gonna go on to. I started transferring money to my yard owner in September, and the difference in every month delivery is weird. It's weird. I just think it's interesting. So, it started in September. It was £163.40p. Then in October it was £188.43p. Then in December £308. Like, what a jump.
That was whenever they got brought in, though, wasn't it?
That was when, yep, they got brought in and it was obviously rainy and I had full livery because I was at London International Horse Show.
Oh, aye.
And then in January it's 272, then 263, then 220, then 230, then 250. Like, it jumps up and down. And there is, like, obviously various factors.
Your shavings.
My shavings, and if they're kept in, then they'll eat more hay, so the haylage bill will go up. And if I'm not there, a 10 in or out. But I find...
And then I left and ruined your
And
life.
then I started crying every day, so I couldn't go up. They all had to get turned out. No, but when you were on, like, when you were like a livery yard, it was just 180, and that was just it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was just
Yeah.
180 flat, that included. Well, that was only like my stable and like haylage.
Mm-hmm.
They got turned out in the morning and fed and stuff for
Yeah.
us. Like, that wasn't any extra charge, but then again, it was like 10 steps.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like your fields are a walk.
Yeah.
So I can sort of understand. Or like even when I was at my last yard, them fields are a trek. That's across the road, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can understand why people do charge for it, but it
Yeah.
is an inconvenience at the same time.
See, we used to try and buddy up, and because
Yeah.
Amy was always up in the morning, and then went to work, and then I always went to work,
So that
and then
worked
went
for
up.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you always turned out, and I was brought in.
Yeah.
And that was our like money saving hack actually, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
That worked really well.
But it was just like the way yours was so consistent and mine's so all over the place. I would
Yeah.
prefer to have some consistency because I don't know how much I'm going to need every month. I have to
Yeah.
like go check my
Yeah.
bill and then like the bills get pinned up and I'm like, oh yay.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
livery bill was that much, and then like anything else, like shavings and feed and stuff, I was able to, like, you know, when you're gonna need
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's not like it's a shock to your system.
Yeah, because opening a bill and not knowing what it's going to be can be a bit of a
Yeah.
like you know it can like be a real panic. 'Cause you
Yeah.
go, oh my god, like I thought that was going to be a lot cheaper,
Yeah.
and like you don't know what your haylage bill or anything's going to be,
Yeah.
so you just get it and go like it's just like open the envelope like that.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It is like that.
They
But-
give me the heebie-jeebies. Do you want my breakdown?
Yeah.
130 quid.
I was going to say, like, how's this in your brain? But
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah.
130.
Do you want to give us a little bit more info
No, that's not it.
on what?
yeah, but you haven't told
Yeah.
the podcast about the new loan.
Oh yeah, I had to send Loki home. I tried to find another yard for him, but I just figured he would break out.
Yeah, that's very likely.
Regardless, and I don't have enough money to keep fixing things that he breaks. So I have a new horse, and it's literally £130 a month. It's a part loan,
Mm.
but I could go up every day
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
wanted to.
And
Which
then,
is nice.
do you pay like half of shoes and things like that as well?
Oh, actually, no, I haven't got that far yet.
I think you do.
I think you do.
That's okay. It's still cheaper than what I was paying anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been still budgeting for how much I was paying,
Yeah.
and then the extra money I just put away. Anyway,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I'm trying to save up for a holiday. So,
Holiday.
I love a holiday. I
Yeah.
booked Magaluf anyway.
but it's like she lives out as well at the minute, so it's extra handy.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could just live out all the time. My life would be so easy.
I'm counting down the days. How many days have I got? Like less than 20 days till she's freed to the world for 3 months. I still have to go up every day because she's got Swedish and she needs cream, but sure.
Will I do my breakdown?
Okay, Eeyore.
You're going to feel like you're after you hear this too. Does anyone want to get a calculator up and you can everyone have a total?
Oh, we'll do this live, okay?
Yeah.
This is a group activity.
So I'll go from the bottom up because my vet's at the top. So
Okay.
supplements,
Wait, is this just for what month? Last month?
yeah,
Okay.
180.
180. That dark thing, I was trying to do that, but a cough came in.
He needed a 50 gram rug because he grew out of all his other rugs.
What's that?
70.
Mm-hmm.
He was due his vaccines. 65.
Damn it. That's part of my game. Guess the price of a flu and thing jab. Now you'll know.
I have two wildly different answers this year and last year.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He lost a shoe. Needed that whacked back on. That was 20.
Okay.
Then he broke both his overreach boots and his head collar. So needed to replace all of the above. That was 79.
Okay.
79.
Wait,
So then I got his saddles fitted and I also bought a martingale because his martingale's too small. 249.
You're going to make me gag. I actually felt it already. That was more, see, 249. That was more than my whole bill last month.
You're going to make me emotional.
My whole bill, what was it, 232 or something?
Oh, but I'm still going. Then he needed shot again. And that was 100.
Right.
Then I had to pay my livery. So this obviously includes my shavings and my haylage and everything. 320. Then I have my vet bill.
God. Go.
1,250.
And that was with discount as well. That was with your nurse discount.
Almost 200 quid off that as well.
Is that everything then?
That's me.
£2,333.
Yeah, 2,333. That was for the month of it. Was that not? Well, some of that was the start of May then. Was the vet bill was the start of May, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it sort of started like it was like a prolonged. I just got the whole thing in one bill. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't break down what happened.
There's my April spend. Shaving 17, a lick 520, and my DIY was 230.60. That was all I spent in April. I'm getting worse in May this, but unreal.
That absolutely hammered me.
See, I could not physically pay that. If these things were to happen to me, I would have to die. I could not pay that.
I
No,
work
couldn't
80.
either.
Well, that's another thing I was going to say about on this episode. I work 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Like that's not like a busy week. Like that's just like on average 80 hours a week.
See, I don't think that's normal to have to work 80 hours a week to be able to afford your horse.
Because I see now all my other months obviously aren't like that because
Are they not though? Does this
Yeah.
not happen to you all the time?
well I do sort of get like a chunk of bad luck every so often. I've never had a vet bill that big ever.
Yeah. Was that your worst one?
Yeah, that's my worst one I've
Okay.
ever had ever, and hopefully ever will.
My worst one was 300, and I still talk about it.
300.
I literally slobbered about it because her Swedish started acting up. I'm like, I paid £300 for injections, and then she's still scratching.
At least my horse is fine.
True.
It was at the stage where you stop asking price, you were just dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the worst experience of my life, and I actually had saved up some money because life, looking at houses, looking at life, and then Benny went.
I'll
Ow.
take that. Zonks, right into your wallet.
But like, I think we might touch on this in another episode. I think you need to have a certain amount of funds like on a reserve
Yeah.
for horses, so he's not insured.
Yeah.
So I just put money into like a wee pot for him. Do you like as well like your savings,
Yeah.
Benny's pot, and then life, and then it came out of that. So like at least every month, like I'm working ridiculous hours a week, but at least I'm not like it's not going in and straight back out again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can save stuff. But 80 hours a week is insane. Like that doesn't feel like I should have to do that.
No.
I'm 22 and I act 94.
Yeah, for just to enjoy a sport, like at the end of the day, you're just a girl with a horse. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
be busting
I'm
your
literally
ass.
just a girl.
Like everything is so expensive and out of this world prices for what? Like just for these greedy corporations stealing our money out of our wallets. Let's start a revolution. Remember
I
I
would
started
like
the
to-
Marinus that didn't pick up.
It didn't.
It's still in my TikTok bio. I'm starting a new revolution. Don't know what I'm calling it, but rise up against. What do you call it? The. Your face.
I feel really attacked. Like I work in finance.
Rise up against you.
I was gonna say it's her. She's the problem.
I sell blinds. I don't even sell them. I just make up the prices for them.
Can I just clarify? All those bills were actually people being very kind to me and giving me heavy discount.
Yeah.
Like no one ripped me off. Not one person ripped me off, and that makes it worse. I know you friggin' would, you and your blinds.
Oh yeah, well we're supposed to do a comparison of what we have for what we pay. So you're saying you pay $130, and that's for your loan, and you can go up whenever you want, really.
Yeah.
But your facilities are limited. It's a small arena, and that's all you have. There's no walker, no lunch pen, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's not like. But then I don't miss that because
Yeah.
when I was on livery and at that yard that I had Loki at, I had an arena.
They didn't have that either, but I also think 180 is very cheap as well. But they also
Yeah.
didn't have a walker or lunch pen or a very big arena, so that they couldn't really charge more. Do you know?
But I don't miss a walker.
yeah, it's not
I
your-
had a walker at the yard before that. I
Yeah.
had my
Yeah.
last loan at, and I barely used it.
Yeah.
I used it when I was too scared to get on.
I
But like,
just lose it when I'm too lazy to get on.
it's fair enough. I used it when I was too scared to get on because their lunch pen was small and scary, and
Yeah.
the horse nearly kicked me in the head in there once, and I said that he's never going in there again. I'm never lunging him again.
Yeah.
Whereas on that yard, I could just lunge in the arena.
Yeah.
If he was scary, I could just chase him around the arena.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was that many people using it, and it was getting harrowed quite frequently, so it
Yeah.
wasn't doing too much
Yeah.
damage.
Whereas you pay a lot for your livery, but you have a lot for
I have
that.
everything.
You have every facility you could ever need.
I have everything you can think of in your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
I have.
So the price makes sense. Like,
So obviously my stable, he gets fed his breakfast, lunch, he can get his dinner if he wants. He gets skipped out morning and sometimes afternoon or evening. He gets skipped out. I have his fields, his turnout, his bring in. I have a round gallop, a straight gallop, an outdoor, a humongous outdoor,
giant, like,
an indoor.
which is also a nice size as well.
The indoor's actually quite big, yeah.
Cross country course,
A cross country course, fields to hack through,
swimming pool.
a swimming pool, a lunge pen,
Walker.
a walker, a little like the lunge pen's outside, but can we use like little like turnout-y bit, like if you want to
Yeah.
leave a minute, or it's like a free jumping
Yeah.
pen.
It's quite big actually. To be
It is
fair,
quite big.
I spent some time there years and years ago.
Visited.
This was like 2015, but I free jumped when he's in there. Like it was very much fun.
I also have like a little turnout, like a little like if you want to turn them out for a wee road. Do you know if the weather's rubbish, it's indoor,
Yeah.
so you can have a wee
Is that the one he's scared
turnout.
of?
Yeah, he gets upset in there. And there's a field you can ride in as well.
Yeah.
And obviously there's hacking, like on road hacking or on yard hacking. There's two solariums, two hot washes, humongous tack room that's obviously like locked and very secure and safe. They have CCTV and everything as well.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
And on-site competitions as well.
On-site competitions, and it's also a venue like for other people. Like they use the venue for other outside
Yeah.
things. And it's I feel like I'm definitely gonna miss something because there's just so much.
Yeah.
I feel like that's everything. 'Cause I'm sort of in the middle price range, and I have middle facilities, I think.
Yeah.
So I have a really good sized school.
To be fair, your arena is big.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big, and it's got like the jumps and the dressage and stuff. And then we've got a nice lunch pen. We've got a walker. Usually, it's not working at the minute, but usually it is. I have a lovely size stable. Like it's massive. Like she could canter in it probably. And then loads of big fields. So my price is like average, but my facilities are average as well.
Yeah.
See, I feel like it depends on your horse as well because Benny needs what I have.
Yeah, he needs a lot for his busy brain.
Yeah, he's got a really busy brain, and
Yeah.
also I make use of the facilities.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't.
Yeah, like so there's no point.
Yeah.
in you paying that. Like, why would you?
Yeah, I would be mostly in the hot wash.
Just you have a shower. so handy even for like planning for shows and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Just whack the solarium on.
Yeah.
Oh, that solarium's busy. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, in winter and you can get them all toasty and all.
But it's things like that which are quite nice because it's an expense that you don't really think about.
Yeah, and I just see, to be fair, he's such a good boy, and I just want to spoil him.
That's
And if
that,
no, he actually is.
He spent 2 years or
life
whatever it was
isn't-
traumatizing me.
Life is okay. Well, that was you and him just didn't get on. I don't know what happened between you two, but it was deeply personal, and I wasn't
jealous of me because we were friends.
He does get quite jealous. You know, I walked through the yard with another horse the other day, and his wee face, he was like, actually was really cross.
That's funny.
He
just knew I was weaker than him and he preyed on it, honestly. So we'll just jump into our money saving hacks then, our personal ones before we hit the listeners.
Yeah,
So our wee money saving hack we sort of touched on earlier was
buddies.
we buddied up. So if you're on a yard where it costs to turn out and bring in, if it's DIY, make a friend. Put out theirs in the morning and they'll bring yours in the evening. I have the place to turn now and I've got a new buddy.
Making friends is hard for you.
It is, it really is. But I've got that system still going because it saves me like 50 quid a month, which is a
Yeah.
lot. So
yeah.
Yeah.
that's my money saving hack. And also use a pitchfork that has the big teeth like this, not the little squish teeth.
Like for straw.
Yeah,
Like a straw pitchfork.
because then more shavings fall through the bottom and you don't waste as much shavings.
Yeah, but then when the do falls through as well.
Well, not that big of gaps.
That's actually the most turnful thing you ever said to me. I hate those so much.
Also, another money saving hack, if you've got a friend in the yard, use their pitchfork.
That's literally what I did. I just used Robin stuff all the time.
Just-
Wheelbarrow, pitchfork, brushes. Like I never bought my own.
Yeah.
But also my money saving hack is don't buy a horse.
Well, that's just bad advice. These people are listening, they've got horses.
We've gone too deep now, so we need something else.
If they're on episode 13 or whatever this is, they've got a horse.
I do be riding pretty consistently.
Oh yeah, you don't have a horse. I also don't have a
I've
horse.
never had a
technically.
horse.
Yeah.
I've been part London my life through life. It is the pits. It's
Yeah,
genuinely
it's
the
rough,
pits.
and the emotional turmoil that you go through as a part owner.
Oh
the
my
things you have
God,
to deal with, people selling them from under you, like
Oh yeah.
it's hassle.
It's awful. Don't get me wrong. Like the full loan thing worked for me. It just didn't work for the pony.
Yeah.
And not saying never again, because now I know I can do it.
But yeah, what's your money saving hack? Have you got any?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, actually, clearly not. If you just paid £2,333 last month,
That was my money saving hack.
your money spending hack.
So, ladies. Firstly,
Oh wait, my rich man. Try that.
yeah, give that a good go
Actually,
first.
do you know what?
Be a rich woman.
Be a rich woman if you can't just have a rich boyfriend, because that does work sometimes too. Moving on.
So, I experimented with loads of different shavings because he can be quite wet. So, find a good absorbable shaving. I think is
Yeah.
handy, because if I didn't use like all bed or pellets, I'd be going through bed and like your show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Supplements. Don't just buy one because it has a fancy name on it.
Oh, that's so true. Look into the ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was feeding him like 4 supplements, and then I was sort of having to double up on certain ingredients because I wanted something that was in this one, but there's a crossover.
Yeah.
So if you actually look into it now, he's getting fed one. That'll save me loads of money.
I did the same thing with the tree berries, because it's the same as those like hormonal myrrh supplements. That's like
Yeah.
the main ingredient, and that has worked for her rather than paying. So I pay like $17.99 for it's like a 1 kg or 2 kg tub of that, versus you get a small pouch like 500 grams and it's like 30.
Yeah.
So you just look at the ingredients, and yeah, that's definitely a good hack actually.
I got a vet nursing qualification, and I'm officially a registered veterinary nurse, and then I can save on vet bills.
That's not a hack. You have to pay to get through school.
No, you don't. My boss pitched me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, okay, well, what do you do? Good for you. I'm in so much debt.
Took that back. Doesn't count. Student loan debt is not real, bro.
I don't have any student loans.
It's so real.
It's not real.
Every time I see it, it frightens me.
What?
Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't even know how much I'm in. I know it's a lot, but it doesn't count. It doesn't go on your credit score. You're fine. Do not pay that back ever.
You don't really get a choice. It just starts
Yeah,
coming out.
if they're taking out of your wage, that's different. But don't ever go out of your way to pay that off. Anyways,
I won't be, but
money saving hack: don't pay off your student loan debt.
Don't pay off your debt.
Pay off your normal debt. If you got a credit card, pay that off.
I don't know if I've done anything like crazy, wild, or startling other than that. The vet nursing one was a really good one though. I would recommend that if it's at all feasible, because it's been handy.
Just 9,000 vet nurses appear in Northern Ireland now because you said that.
actually, I do have one.
What?
Invest in buying clippers and just clip yourself.
That's a good one. Yep.
I
Because
don't
clipping can
clip.
be very expensive. It can be like £60 a pop, can't it?
When I was riding for other people, they clipped all of their own.
Mm.
But like, if you're clipping 5 horses, it's basically the cost of a set of clippers.
Yeah, literally.
Just clip them all.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't very pretty, but like,
It does a job.
it did the job.
Not everything has to be pretty, to be honest. If it's effective,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like some wee calves need their feathers buzzed off to get into if
Yeah.
they've got skin problems and all. It's not the prettiest all the time, but it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it works, it works. Yeah.
Exactly.
And don't be worried too much about being a perfectionist or having the latest gear or like all those like
Or
matchy
the
matchy
nicest
sets.
saddle.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
if it works
And it fits.
it fits and it's comfy and you're happy and the horse is happy, like you do not need like a £600 saddle. You don't need like £100 saddle pad. Like just
Even rich people don't buy saddles that fit.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah.
If anyone watched badminton.
Yes.
Oh, don't you start
That
this,
flying
bring
saddle
me.
pad.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I seen that. Saddle pad brands advertising themselves as something in non-slip and then it just goes it goes away.
And then the excuse was the horse changed shape. So does that saddle pad only fit a very specific shape?
Yeah,
That
you get
made-
like
that was the worst
Benny, Elsie.
Yeah, like there's a million shapes of horses. That was the worst excuse ever. I'm sorry. I don't know if we're gonna get sued for that, but
We didn't say any brand names. So
no, that was the
didn't.
worst excuse ever.
But you see it with other saddle pads as well. I've seen people with all sorts of saddle pads that just
Just go flying.
you know fine rightly it was like a £300 saddle pad. It's like just fall out the back of their saddle and it's like oh.
Right, well, we'll go to the listeners take the reins then.
Oh, yes, it's my time to shine.
For our listeners take the reins, we've got their money saving hacks from our TikTok comments, and Ellie's gonna read them out.
So I put a TikTok up a few days ago and asked the general public. So the first one, we have Hayley from BL Horsemanship.
Our previous pro.
Yes, she's been a pro on the pod before. For legal purposes, I am not commenting.
I'm so intrigued by what that is. I really want to know.
I know, so bad.
So curious.
DM us please.
We
We're really out, we just want to know.
We just know.
We're just nosy.
Or DM Robin if he's your mates, I don't know. Maybe Robin will tell us. Then we have me about the vet nursing qualification. It actually, that has the most likes in our entire TikTok. These are all
I told you that's all going to happen. There's going to be 9,000 vet nurses in Northern Ireland.
Listen, tear away. Power to the animals.
I don't know, it's just funny.
Then we have yours truly.
Oh, mine's a good one. This is a good one.
Made shavings last an extra day on the 30th of the month, so she could take a bill on the 1st and it would be on next month's bill.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
But
I
is
think
that
that's
a money?
saving? It's just money delay.
Yeah, it's just girl math.
That is girl math.
money delay.
You're like pranking yourself and thinking you're saving money, but you're just not.
But then, so if I bought 3 bills in that month, and that would have been a 4th bill, so I would have had a big bill. But
Yeah,
then I
but-
just spread it out, so now I've got 1 bill the next month. and
You're
still only
going-
3.
But instead of buying 3 bills the next month, you've now bought 4.
No, I won't because I keep doing it. No, I don't really buy them from the yard that often, so that was a money saving hack.
You're going for like psychological hacks rather than money saving. You're like
I make
mind
myself
tricks.
feel better about having horses.
Right, this one is from Lou Maynard. I'm not going to lie, this one took me about 4 attempts to read to understand what was happening here.
Okay.
So, a big one is if you have your horse on livery and they get 2 bales per week, for example, if they go on overnight turnout in summer, so they're using less bedding, add up how many bales they didn't have and add it into your winter amount. If it's in your contract, they can't really argue. It works great if you have a dirty horse that every now and then needs an extra bale.
Yeah, that's
good.
valid. I would still I'd be stocking up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're entitled in your livery to so many bales a week,
Yeah,
I would be keeping hold of that even if my horse was out.
yeah.
Definitely,
Because
that's
if
good.
your bill isn't changing between winter and summer, then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're still entitled to them.
you're still entitled to them, in my opinion.
Then we have, her username has that word in it. Regan.
One word.
Yeah.
I swear.
That's Mer's wheel. So Regan said she once saw someone using orange baler twine as stirrup leathers, and watching them adjust them was just pure madness.
Love that so much.
That's so valid.
Sounds really dangerous, but love that.
No one's getting dragged here.
Wouldn't it just snap?
What can't you fix with no? Bale, have you ever tried to snap bale and twine?
You can-
Not
without
with
breaking
like
your
not with
fingers?
like 70 kg worth of weight, which is what I am. Do you know what I mean? Like
You're just bouncing.
I don't know how to ride. Okay. I would mind. I would literally go to mine and just snap right off.
Oh, let's never do that. So next, this is another girl math. This is Chelsea, equestrian Chelsea. I know this girl. I took photos of her. Her horse is really cute. Shout out. Don't check my account because then it doesn't count.
That was like her advice. Don't buy a horse.
Quit using
Just
my
don't
phone.
look at my bank account.
I'm £4,000 in debt, but we'll just not talk about it. So Cello and the Boys says she collected 2 hay nets worth of grass, weeds, and leaves.
I like that. That's so random. You want your hay net for the night here?
Here's grass.
Here's some grass.
And weeds. Kira C. Oh God, I can't read. Kira C. 86. She ran out of animal insects on a bank holiday weekend and used nappies instead. I feel like that's a common one.
That's a common one.
Good old
I've seen
nappy.
people do that before.
I do also have a stock of animal insects if anyone ever needs.
Equestrians love a wee nappy, don't they?
Oh, we love a good nappy. We love a good poultice. We love a good vet wrap.
Is it not?
Love vet wrap. I have 12 different colours of vet wrap in the house.
Seriously?
Yeah. I needed it.
That seems unnecessary. Well, actually, no.
That's
It was actually
unnecessary.
cheaper to buy like a box of 12 than to buy like 4.
Oh.
So I was like, buy the box of 12 then. And then I picked all the nice colours and gave the other colours to people that I had to replace whenever I used their vet wrap. Phoebe Elizabeth Britt said, I made my own fly spray. Cheaper to buy the ingredients than buy 5 litres of good quality fly spray. A lot of people do this as well.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I used to spray Dettol on myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dettol's really good for keeping flies away.
My granny used to give me Dettol baths.
Yeah, do you know... Okay. I'm not even asking questions.
Is that
Do you
not
know the way
something you get with
can-
like chickenpox or something?
Yeah. Do you know the way you can get all them like smelly things that like keep the flies away from you
Yeah.
more than the horse? Spray yourself with Dettol.
They never work.
Dettol, honestly. I never got a fly bite for years.
Should I just put that all on Elsie then?
You can Dettol them. I used to...
What do you say? It's so posh. Dettol.
Dettol.
Dettol?
Dettol. Dettol.
Yeah.
Dettol.
Anyway, that. And
gets
this
Dettol
is the one for you. Cara and Rhea, don't buy a horse.
Oh, we have no expert for this episode.
Because we can't have an expert, like... well, I'm
Who's
the
an expert
expert.
in saving money? Who's your man that's on the TV?
Oh my god.
Who is he?
Yeah, we can get him on and we'll turn the
TV on.
What's his-
saving axe.
Is his name?
axe.
It's not Martin Lewis, is it?
It is!
So
Someone contact
our
Martin
expert, our expert for this week is Martin Lewis. So thank you very much for your money saving axe. It was all then. What we just read
Actually,
out.
just go and watch his TV show and then you'll learn how to like save money.
Yeah.
I don't think he talks about horses.
No,
He
but
should.
like, and if you save money elsewhere in life,
Yeah. Can we call in? Hey, Martin.
Hey Martin, we're on a podcast right now. Hi. No, you hang up.
we tip and trick here.
I got the game. We'll move on to the game because I feel like it's getting really late. It
Yes,
is. It's
it
9:45. Okay. Pony
In-
games.
we need to get like we need to pay someone on Fiverr
Yeah,
for
we
everything.
do. We really do. Okay.
If someone wants to sponsor any more future episodes, give us a wee shout and we will use it to buy theme songs. on
Yeah,
Fiverr.
we will.
We actually will.
Okay, so the game is guessing the price of these average sort of things that everybody buys. Everybody pays for all this. It's based in UK and Northern Ireland. I tried to do mostly Northern Ireland because I know London prices are crazy.
UK is just
And
a rogue.
That'll throw us off. So some of these I don't know if I believe or not, but anyways. Weekend stabling at a 2-day event in NI. The average price.
400 quid.
I was thinking
What?
like 380, 400.
For just for the stables?
Yeah.
Well, this is incorrect 'cause it says 90 then.
No, there was 90, something last year was 90.
Cabin or something?
Yeah, I think NIF was 90 last year, was it? Did I make that up? Am I thinking like stables and hookup for like a duration of a show? Is it one night? I don't know. I've never been to a 2-day show, Robin. Can you confirm
Yeah,
or deny?
this is sort of this is at her, but she's not here, so. Okay, next. British show jumping membership, senior rider plus 1 horse
British show jumping, girl.
150.
for the rider.
Rider plus horse, 300.
So it says it's usually 135 to 145 for the rider, and then a further 45 to 60 for the horse. So
So like 200-ish.
up to 200, yeah.
That's mental. Are we the same? SJI?
I actually don't know.
Robin?
Robin?
We've never added somebody who's not in an episode this much.
I know, because Robin's got the big bucks.
She does. She should have been in this episode, just to say. Like, I spent £9 million on a stay away show. And I get a pink saddle pad on the way home. I'm like, do you know what I have in my car to put on Elsie's saddle? A saddle pad that Robin gave me that she had to buy as an emergency her first time going to NIF. Like, that's how old that is. She, like, forgot a spare saddle pad, bought this, gave it to me, and I'm still riding it how many years later.
There's really
She was like, ew, take that off my hands. I'm like...
There's like a real shift in the personalities of the pod when it comes to spending money.
Yeah. We're the broke bitch. We are. Clearly. Right. Okay, so a set of 4 mid-range travel boots, example, Lemieux or Premier Equine.
Lemieux being mid-range.
Yeah,
Are they not dear?
apparently.
140 quid.
100.
We have 110.
Christ the night!
Yeah.
For boots!
For boots.
Only Mew travel boots.
You know,
Well, you've just saved £110.
Woohoo!
Money
Money
saving
hack.
hack. Okay, full livery at a yard with an indoor school turnout and a walker in Belfast.
Oh, easily over 300.
Why did
Full livery?
Full livery? Oh, okay.
400 quid.
380.
I have 450.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. There's somewhere I know that I think was actually 400 or something.
Is Belfast like you know the way more central you get in, like the capital
Belfast is
city?
expensive,
It would be
yeah.
more
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
What yards are even in Belfast?
none. They're all on the outskirts of Belfast.
Yeah. But there's some that probably have like direct, like easier roads to get to and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
There's
mean?
the motorways and all that
Yeah, yeah,
nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one is the one that you already spoiled earlier. So, sorry, I feel like I'm blocking your face. Annual flu tetanus booster
Now,
plus collar.
controversial opinion.
Okay.
I don't know, it's not controversial at all. It's literally just a straight up fact.
New topic.
So, the first year I had Benny,
This is a controversial opinion.
I know it's literally just a fact. I don't know why I said it. I'm so tired.
Okay, go.
The first year I had Benny for the call out flu and TED, it was 180.
Right.
The second year I had him, it was 65.
180?
I used a different vet.
Oh, good damn.
The first vet I used, I will never go near ever again in my life. They have caused me so much grief. Anyway. Nothing
Yeah,
more. What do you think,
the
Ella?
average price it says is 70.
I don't know. I never had to do that.
Never jabbed anybody.
Don't think I've ever been in contact with a vet, to be honest.
Ah, I
What a
wish.
luxury, though.
Yeah, that is. That, wow. Me and my vet are like this. We're besties.
Thanks for listening, everybody. I've been Amy. You can find me at Amy Copa on TikTok.
I've been Ellie, and you can find me at Ellie and Ralph1 on Instagram and TikTok.
I have been Alex, and you can find me at ab.eq on TikTok and Instagram.
And you can find the podcast on at the Sassy Mares podcast on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
But you already know that.
Because you're already there.
Woo!